Greetings from the margins of agricultural land in South Texas. We're over here. We're on pretty degraded land, probably been used for agriculture for the last 100 years. And we're looking for indigo snakes. Now this is kind of a shitty habitat for plants. It's not a place I would come to botanize because you're not going to find much. It's a mixture of ruderal natives, native species that can recolonize disturbed regions, and a bunch of invasive bullshit from all over the place. Nice coyote turd right there. But it is great habitat for snakes. These little margins of Huisache, Vachellia farnesiana, and some of the other native plants like mesquite that were able to come back and recolonize the land once it had originally been graded for agriculture. There are literally no crumbs of native habitat left in this region. So all you get is the natives that were able to hold on. All the natives that weren't able to hold on have been extirpated, wiped out, locally wiped out. So anyway, we're gonna come look for snakes and see what we can find. I'm here with some herpetologists, friends of mine, both hobby herpers, as they're referred to, and a couple genuine, actual accredited herpetologists. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, what did we get?
This guy was coming
oh my god!
He's coming out over there.
This is what, the fourth indigo of the day?
Yeah, fourth
Holy
indigo,
hell.
second milk. Look at that thing.
That thing's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that Tamaulipan Milksnake or what is?
Yeah, same one.
Same one, just full size.
Lampropeltis annulata, and this is a nice, decent sized adult. It's about average, and it's a new one for us. So we've not seen this individual before.
So you keep record of all the individuals you see.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can tell who
Well,
you've met before, and
Yeah, because you see that he's got a little band. He's got a little band up front that'll be really recognizable. Actually, this might be that one that was in shed.
Yeah.
Because I think if we go back and look at pictures, I think I remember that stripe on the side.
Come to Papa.
So this might not be a new one. I think.
you heard the call.
Get a photo with me with this. Absolutely.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Look at you. You beautiful bastard. God, I love these fucking. I love indigos so much.
Yeah,
Well, who's digging tunnels down there? How old is this guy, you think?
This guy is probably last year's.
come down.
Wow.
How old do you think this bottle is? I collect old bottles, but this doesn't look that
Beautiful. These guys eat rattlesnakes. So if you're really afraid of snakes, you want these guys around. You can see why they call them indigo. Look at that beautiful blue. That beautiful blue tint to those scales.
That one that was in shed.
Such a wonderful animal. You sensual bastard. I love you. Do you know how much I love you? You know that? Do you know how much?
Right in my bag.
Huh? Never aggressive. Never bite. Some of the garters and shit will bite you. These guys never bite. They're so chill. I'm such a booster for these. I love them so much. She duped me into letting her out. She was barking and yelping until I let her out. Fine. They're gonna get covered in ticks, all this invasive grasses and bullshit. See these little margins of habitat. I wonder what's gonna happen. Because this is the only spot that wildlife is able to hang on. It's been lost everywhere else, as the human tumor grows and takes everything for itself, leaving nothing. So if this land use ever changes, the agriculture gives it a little edge right here, a little edge to cling to. If this ever turns into housing slums or housing, suburban development tracts, anti-cultural cesspools, something like that, all this will get cleared, and then the wildlife is really gone. Like you see happening in places like Fort Worth, Dallas, Houston area.
Yeah.
Okay, Clint, tell us about the Sawzall.
Yeah, so I bring this along just to kind of trim the stuff that's growing over top these stacks, just to let some more sun in. Because that's why the snakes are using these, is to thermoregulate. So if it's too shaded, you may not get anything. Also, if it's too sunny, you may not get anything. So it's a nice balance. I like to have half shade, half sun on the stacks.
Here we are in a second growth Vachellia farnesiana woodland. Vachellia farnesiana is one of the first species to colonize disturbed land. This is all old agricultural land. Let's see what we got under the tin. Too wet. Is it too wet?
Too wet.
Yeah, it's some disturbed agricultural land. inspecting for snakes and whatever ruderal natives are able to exist despite the land having been cleared probably 100, 120 years ago. Celtis, that's another ruderal tree species. Would have loved to see what this land looked like 500 years ago. But all the intact habitat's been destroyed. Looks like coyote or feral cat prints. How you doing? See, I'm holding a 4-year-old. Much different from botanizing. You know, when you're looking for snakes, you're looking for disturbed lands. Yeah, we did. We seen an indigo. Helianthus. Yeah, the Vachellia farnesiana. You got to give it to it. It smells really good when it blooms, too. Very invasive overseas. Ooh, raccoon prints. It's always the native ruderals that tend to be the most invasive when they get to other continents. Some killdeer over there, and a toxic pesticide-dependent monoculture agriculture as well.
Remember when we didn't have cameras? Oh, yes!
Oh, look at that! Oh,
Nice.
Let's go.
oh, it's a little Lampropeltis.
Let's
Come on, buddy. Wow, that's a beauty.
Oh,
He's got some aberrant pattern too.
You gonna get him?
Get it, Walden. Get it. Don't let it get away, Clint. Hold on, Mike.
oh, look at that.
Kyle's arms are so long.
Glabrous stripes. Yeah, the hazards, the fire ants. It's a little too chilly for the bees, but the fire ants. Jesus God. Invasive fire ants. Let's see this. Let's see this beautiful little.
Great milk.
Oh my God.
Another life report? Yeah.
Come here, you sensual bastard. Let's see. Look.
You had 3 stacks.
How old do you think, Kyle?
That's either young of this year, probably
Uh-oh,
born
I'm
in
losing him, I'm losing him, I'm
July
losing him.
or August, or a small from last year. This is a really neat one with the thick black bands and these cool little aberrant bandings. It's a really nice animal. Lampropeltis annulata. So the Tamaulipan milksnake.
Oh, and this is rare in the United States, right? This is primarily South Texas, or how
it's-
far north does it go?
Basically just south of San Antonio.
Wait, okay. Tell me what's the diet consist of?
I think when they're younger, primarily lizards, skinks, and then as they get older and bigger, I think they do a lot of rodent nest raiding. So I think they eat a lot of baby rodents and smaller mice.
Raiders of rodent nests. How many species of Lampropeltis in North America, you think?
I don't actually know.
Dozens?
The new
Yep.
wisdom is only 3, but we don't believe in that.
Yeah. Well, no, there's extenuatum. There's Caligaster. There's,
Oh yeah.
So this is its own species. Oh yeah, as far as milks, yeah,
Yeah, 3. But
3.
yeah.
Yeah, then you have
I don't know,
Vachellia, you have the
8.
common king, you have prairie kings, you have extenuatum, the short-tailed snake. Don't let him get up. We're going to find his parents.
Is it a native rat? I wonder. Native rodents? Oh, beautiful indigo.
We're 3 for 3.
I wonder
today.
if it's related to the one we just saw.
We have 3 snakes. And
Oh.
2
At least
indigos.
cousins.
Yeah, come on. You don't need to shake your... Oh, Christ, I'm holding them by the... I'm sorry, buddy. Ah, Christ. Oh, what a beautiful snake. What a beautiful species. You said with this one, same thing. 2 years, probably, as the last...
That might be this year.
Ah, he shit on me.
Yeah, or just unsuccessful.
But a young one. And none of that scarring. Look at that. What a beautiful creature. A sensual. Why don't these guys they never get pissed? I've never had one try to bite me or...
The kings, they know.
Yeah. King shit. Oh, I can't curse with the kids around, sorry. Hey man, you can musk on me all you want, but my dog's mouth smells 100 times worse than anything that comes out of your cloaca. Right? Look at that. God, look at that beautiful blue. Beautiful indigo. As you can see where their name comes from.
Yeah.
Clint, when did you guys come and put this tin out here?
It's been about 6 months or so.
6 months?
Yeah.
So you guys are just creating habitat to come
Yeah.
Come
yeah,
lurk
a
and
lot of
check
times
them out
we
later.
We don't flip it until 3 to 6, sometimes a year later. Yeah, it takes a little while to season.
And we go back under the tin. Ooh, Lycium wolfberry. Also able to survive in the disturbed agricultural land, Solanaceae. Genus of goji berries.
Animals.
It's fire ant
Those
mound.
things will mess you up.
Invasive fire ants. Who's the ant lady always comments? She'll know. I don't think I've ever actually paid attention to this species. I've heard all about them, but I've never actually paid attention to what they look like. They like to build those big mounds. See, all this brown stuff what is it, a Rigoron? It's an Rigoron or a Symphyotrech. I'm pretty sure it's an Rigoron. But it's a native composite, native Asteraceae. And along with the Huisache, it's thriving here. I'm just curious to see what plants can deal with our bullshit. Ooh. Ooh. Who's this?
We want to try to be quiet here.
Oh, I can smell the musk from here. What are these? These are Thamnophis? What species?
Yeah, so you have Proximus aurarius, so that's the Gulf Coast ribbon snake, and then you have Thamnophis marcianus, the checkered garter snake.
These guys stink. They can really turd you up, musk you up.
I'm gonna smell like Eude Thamnophis for the rest of the day. It's not a very popular scent at Mason's. I do shop that aisle sometimes.
What's coming out of that cloaca, buddy? Holy hell. All right, bye, Thamnophis, you stinky, sensual bastard. No, go the other way. Go the other way. Go under the tin. Go under the tin from which you came. All right, whatever. Oh, who's this?
This is a horn-scrub rat snake.
A rat snake?
Yeah, Pantherophis emerii.
Pantherophis. Oh, that's the same genus as gopher snake, right?
No. So gopher snakes are pituitous.
Oh, okay.
This is Pantherophis.
Okay, here we go. Come on, guys. Go, get out of there. Step out. Go back under the tent. Beautiful rat snake. Look at that thing.
Oh, yuck. Look at him.
Oh, this is nice. You didn't even have to put any of this out here. It came with the land. Oh, the evidence of rodents. That's probably a lot of the reason the snakes come here too, is there's rodents and food for them, huh? See, it's important to stack the tin, not just throw one piece down, but thoroughly stack it. You're giving them options. Oh, I gotta keep it down. See, there's a method to stacking. The zigzag pattern. Okay, Kyle, so explain to me why you guys do that zigzag pattern, you layering it like that.
So what we do that for is if you have a stack and you always flip it from one side, so every single layer is getting flipped up like that, then it exposes that side to wind and air and allows the humidity to evaporate out of that section. But if you overlap them like this, where they're closed in on the middle, like you're putting a deck of cards together, then what that does is it traps humidity inside, and it makes it darker and makes snakes more apt to use it for longer.
So you want more humidity. They like more humidity.
Yeah, well, especially down here in South Texas, water is your premium. Moisture is the thing that they're most after, and is going to attract them to a stack for longer.
God, it's crazy to think all this guinea grass wasn't even here 100, 150 years ago.
Yeah.
What would have been here instead?
Look at that is a big.
Look at this. I thought these were crayfish holes. Clint tells me they're fiddler crab. We're close enough to the Gulf. They're land crabs. He said he's seen a couple earlier today. They're down deep in the... God, I hate this guinea grass, man. I mean, you could see it. It evolved in Africa with giant megafauna. That's why it grows so thick and robust. Unlike many of our native bunch grasses. The KR blue stem, that's another terrible invasive grass. Man, the grasses are really bad down here. Bermuda. And grasses are most of what's so invasive. Oh, this is a nice dilapidated shack. This is, or maybe, I guess it's more of a corral, maybe a storage corral. Yeah, so all this land, I mean, there's trees here, and they're native trees, like the mesquites and the huisache, but they're all secondary. They're rooterals. They're like rooteral trees. They're able to recolonize disturbed land. Who knows what the land actually looked like 300 years ago? you know, or 150 years ago. This is probably great at 120 years ago. It's probably used for cattle 300 years ago, and that's when some of the invasive grasses came in, but we have no idea what it looks like. And there's so few parcels in this area that have been left intact and weren't taken by the death cult. You know, yeah, I have a little bit of disdain for it. I think it's fine. I hated it before I even got into botany. The death cult, the consumer death cult of endless driving, retail plazas, retail slums, an increasingly dumber consumer populace, anti-science. You know, the list goes on. But we'll never know what a lot of this looked like. And all this grass you're seeing is all invasive. None of this was even on the continent 400 years ago. 500 years ago, maybe. Maybe even sooner, it depends. But now it's established and it's here. So what's able to come back? Celtis, the hackberry, mesquite. And we got a residual native palm. A lot of this, since we're closer to the coast, was wetland. Yeah, this is our native Sabal mexicana. Wonderful native palm tree. Much more broad and robust than the shitty Washingtonia. No offense to it. I like them where they're native. But the Washingtonia is what gets planted along the street trees because it resembles paradise. Look at it. It's a dream shack. Airbnb. This was California. It's be on Airbnb for $500 a night. Or Marfa.
Well, there's like 20 of them, Kyle.
This is so gross.
Oh! Oh! Woo!
I'm gonna pull them out so we can drop this.
A cheese on a frog.
Oh, there we go. Holy hell. These are the cane toads.
Yeah.
What a beast. Was he upside down?
No. He's just in that little pit.
He's chillaxing. Look at that. Yeah, it is a cheeseburger. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a Big Mac.
Where they're actually native.
What kind of
Oh, we got to remove the ticks at least before we put them back.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, he doesn't even care. He knows he's toxic. Yeah, we're not going to eat you.
It's a monster.
Okay, I'm gonna.
They got that bufotenine or whatever. So they do it. They are mildly psychoactive. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Yeah, it's highly invasive in Australia and also Florida too, right?
Florida, other places, but yeah, in South Texas, they're 100% native. They're supposed to be here.
Oh, look, he's peeing. Where's the gland?
Yeah,
Jesus
there's a
Christ, where's he
lot.
getting all that?
Right
Hey,
there.
take it easy, man.
You
Come
want me
on.
to point it towards?
Christ.
Yes, okay.
Ah.
Gonna get this tick off.
Money shot.
Yeah.
Got that tick off. He has another one on his leg.
Jabba the Hutt, man. Look at this guy.
Big Mac.
He don't mind.
Big.
He's got a thick skin. He's not offended.
That's cool.
Ah, that's the stuff. That's the toxin. Look at that. Woo!
Just excreting all of its fluid.
Now it's getting
Ugh.
all over Kyle's fingers.
That's how much is enough to kill a dog? Don't these kill a lot of dogs?
They really have to chew on them and
Oh.
mess with them a lot. Yeah.
You got to let them marinate for a while then. Yeah, look at that stuff.
It's usually
Huh.
when dogs start chewing on them.
So Lanum eliagnifolium, that's another native ruderal. Probably invasive as hell. I don't know, probably in South Africa it's invasive as hell. Similar low latitude climates on other continents. Shitty habitat for plants, but ideal habitat for snakes. Nice hackberry too. These things come up like weeds. They are weeds. The birds eat the edible fruits, edible by people too, and then shit out the seeds. They're beautiful trees. They just tend to fall over. They don't last too long. They're short-lived. Yeah, cotton fields. There you go, gossypium. And you know they're probably spraying some toxic shit on this soil. Holy hell. Okay, this is kind of cool because this, you could tell what was here before the land got destroyed and turned into cotton fields. This was probably ephemeral wetland because this plant, this is a Heteranthera species. Comelineales is the order, a really cool order of monocots. Normally have really unusual flower morphology. There's a flower right there. Anyway, there you go. 3 anthers on that flower. You can see they're shedding pollen. You got that style in the center. And some of these have enantiostyle. It's a really cool genus. Heteranthera mexicana is a species I filmed earlier this year. But Look at that mud. But it wouldn't. This is an aquatic plant. It's an aquatic monocot, it wouldn't be here unless this used to be a wetland. All right, they just kind of get on in these residual pockets. You know, you can see we're just the margin of agriculture here. All the native rudderals, Huisace, Erigeron, and I love seeing stuff like this. I would have loved to see the land 500 years ago. Because I mean, this stuff is here. These natives are still here, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't, that was probably here, but just, you know, doesn't do well in the human constructed environment. Can't deal with constant disturbance. And so those didn't come back. This stuff can get on. It can survive on the margins. The other stuff can't. Who knows what some of those plant species might have been. Yeah, you never know what you're going to find on the margins of agriculture. So I'm going to collect some of this, press it, and put it in the herbarium. Because it may not be here in 20 years. It's able to get on now, but it might be gone in a little bit. Look, see, so what we're doing now, we got to press this, but you don't just throw it in there like a wad of salad. You actually got to lay it out. You press it down, actually breaking the cells so they stay put. Sometimes I'll even take, you know, masking tape, but I'll take another piece of masking tape and put it on the adhesive side of the tape, you know, so that, you know, when I'm pressing the tape down so that it doesn't actually stick to the tissue, but I'll tape it on either side so it holds it and doesn't, you know, so you don't get any funny stuff going on. But you really want to preserve as many characters as you can. You spread out the leaves too. Spread this stuff out. This will be an important plant to document. It's not rare, but, you know, it indicates that this area was a wetland before it was destroyed and turned into agriculture. There's no patches of wetland left in the area either. Just what can exist on the margins of this agriculture. See, sometimes I'll clip leaves. We don't need to clip leaves now, but I'll use these. I use the scissors like forceps to kind of move the stuff around. Again, this is going to be dried and hopefully it'll last for a century or two as a record. So there you go. Sounds like they found another indigo back there. 3 indigos in one day. Since it's abundant and it's small, I'll collect 3 or 4 individuals. Pressed and ready to go. God, another one. 3. There's so many here. They're thriving.
Yeah.
They're probably eating a lot of other snakes then, huh? What do you think they're living on?
Definitely a lot of the rodent population out here.
Yeah.
They do feed on other snakes. I don't know that that's their primary diet, but they're definitely well suited for it.
So you're helping them shed right now. How long does it take for them to shed?
I think it depends on the species. It depends on the humidity levels and the environment. It's pretty wet right now, and he's at the very end of his cycle, so he would have actually probably shed out later today. He was at the top of the stack, so I think he was trying to get warm and use that to really help finish peeling this off.
Oh,
but
look at that.
as soon as I grabbed him, some of the shed came off, so I knew it was ready. And,
God, I fucking love these guys so much. Oh, they're so sweet. Aren't you sweet? Did I just mess him up because I touched the new skin? No, he's fine.
No, he's
right?
fine. Yeah.
Look, he's going in my satchel. He just crawled in my satchel. I'm just crawling in milk snakes. Look at this, too many. Let me see. Where the Newt's at? Where's the Newt?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Look at that shit.
This is okay. Tell us about the Newts. What's up with the Newts?
Can we hold the milk?
Yeah, these are black spotted newts. They're endangered species. And they're our only endemic newt down here, and they go all the way down to Veracruz and barely make it in South Texas right here.
Yeah, dude. Let's get all these milks together. How many do you have?
Clint, why are these so rare? I mean, we're just on the edge of their habitat right here, or what?
Yeah, but also pollution, habitat loss.
Yeah,
You know, we're surrounded by agriculture, and
The usual
that's not,
suspects.
That's not good for newts, you know, for anything really.
Look at the black on that guy.
We found 14
Wow, there's a
snakes.
lot. How many are here? 6?
A lot of snakes.
6, and there's probably more underground.
God.
Yeah, we probably set this right on top of them.
Yeah.
The black ventral on this guy, man.
Yeah, that's a totally new one. So one of these was over there, and we flipped it at the top of the stack.
So we're at 5.
You're beautiful.
How rare is that?
Just gotta find one more.
Look at that. Look at you guys. You have a little.
You're
Oh, you're having a little
Two of them were like babies, so it was like the same clutch.
little cuddle
First
puddle
time we've
get
got
together.
two adults in a
Dude, I
stack.
got that whole thing on film. That's awesome.
This is
God damn.
really a treat.
So mildly toxic. Ah. One of my favorite amphibians, man. Fucking newts. Yeah.
This is the threat display right here.
Oh yeah, that's the don't fuck with me display.
All of this.
So what?
No.
they will fold their tail up over like a scorpion. It's called the Unken reflex, and that's a threat display for predators.
For anything that would want to eat these. What if like a feral cat or something ate one of these?
They'd probably get pretty sick.
Yeah.
Serves them right.
Yeah. Okay.
So they go aquatic too, so that's why they're near a wetland. But right now they're in their terrestrial stage, where they have rounded tails. When they're in their aquatic stage, they'll have flat tails like a flipper. So it's rounded right now.
Oh, so their tail morphology changes.
Yes.
Wow.
And the males will get a big fin on it.
And this is a gravid female, you said?
Maybe. She's looking a little plump.
Looking like she's carrying eggs, huh?
Yeah.
When will they go back into the water? In summer or what?
Probably when it floods.
Oh, okay.
Big rains come.
So far, it gets better.
And they can lose limbs and tails or anything, and they can regenerate them. Perfect as before.
So this is right by my mouth.
All right, so we're going to poke them. We don't want to smash them when we put the tin back down, so we're going to put it down first and then stuff them back under.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're in charge of the bottle.
That's awesome. So cool, man.
I was saying last night, something unexpected.
I hope these
And we
things are
didn't even
around in a
consider-
century, man. Who knows what's going to happen in South Texas in the long run, man. The land development here is so fucked. Doesn't stop at anything.
They're under consideration for federal listing.
Can I get a
So hopefully they get it.
handular here, I'm sure?
So,
Meanwhile, you just got a beautiful indigo.
single file.
Come on, guys, get back in there. Get in there. Jesus Christ. You think they're all related? Probably, huh?
Yeah, cousins at least.
Yeah, I'm sure if you go far enough back. I mean, if you go far enough back, we're all related. But...
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to let this indigo go over by the pond. I hear they like to swim. I don't want to, there's like, yeah, we're going to have to walk through there. This little orb weaver's going to have to build a web somewhere else. All right. Cece, look out, baby. Okay, there we go. Hey, go find some frogs. All right, come on. Go, get out of here. Oh, look at this. This is cool. I don't believe I've ever seen this in situ before. This is Hymia salicifolia, lithracea. There's the fruits. Supposedly it's psychoactive, but the flowers look pretty cool too. Loosestrife family, lithracea. Loosestrife, pomegranate, and the dreaded crepe myrtle. But yeah, no flowers, but there's those fruits. I got it in my yard. It'll grow in any yard in Texas, even in a dry area with irrigation. That's cool, man. How about that? Never seen it in situ. Yeah, growing at the margin of a wetland, Hymia salicifolia. So definitely not super drought tolerant. Likes the riparian areas. I've never seen it in the thorn scrub, but here a little bit close to the Gulf. That's cool to see, man. It's cool to see it in its natural setting. Over here we got Xanthoxylum, a member of Rutaceae, the citrus family. You can see those tiny flowers. It's got winged stems. It's got thorns when it's younger, and it's got those tiny flowers. And it's in the citrus family, so those leaves, when you crush them up, smells really pleasant, really pungent and filled with volatiles. Yeah, this whole region, prior to the land being turned into agriculture and all being destroyed, this whole region was just probably pocketed with ephemeral wetlands. Ephemeral wetlands and probably year-round wetlands too. But of course, it's so hot here in the summer, you get, a dry spell. I'm sure this would dry up, but really cool to see those newts, man. All this stuff, I can't help it. Every time I'm in one of these places, I can't help but think, how much of this stuff isn't going to be here in 30, 40, 50 years. Ooh. What's that? That little orange bird. I'm not a birder, but... Cool to see this, too. Diosporos texana, Texas persimmon. See that smooth bark? Smooth bark, ovate leaves. Flip it over, they're a little velvety on the underside, too. Once again, degraded wetlands. Turned into agriculture behind me. What's this stuff? Ooh. Elismataceae, a family of aquatic monocots. This is an Echinodoris. Cortifolias. Very distinct leaf shape there. You can see it's doing well for itself here. Who knows what other species? Some cool aquatics, but we're technically below sea level here too. This is like, I think we're like negative 40 feet below sea level. Once again, one of like 4 species of invasive grasses brought over in the last 100 or 200 years that just form monocultures and dominate this whole area. But the huisache is still holding its ground. You got hackberry over there, palo verde, Parkinsonia culeata. Yeah, see, we were just lamenting. You know, I wish there was some place you could go to see what the land used to look like before agriculture and grazing, but there's nothing left unless there's some tiny pocket on a massive ranch somewhere. But either way, it's still private land. You'd have no access to it. No way to tell what the land once looked like, because all this is invasive bullshit, all this guinea grass. And then what's left are just the ruderal native trees that are able to hold their own despite the disturbance and agriculture. But much more reduced in diversity than it surely was 200 years ago. You know, also, I'm sure repeatedly plowing and tilling the soil every year and leaving all this bare dirt exposed to the hot sun, I'm sure that's very good for the land and any microbial life in that soil too. It's probably functionally dead. Oh, that's fire ants. The ants generally discourage other stuff from ending up under there, or what?
You would think that they would, but they, you know, the snakes seem to go in there regardless.
You look at this, pockets of native lantana. But I wonder how much this grass affects the soil here, because, you know, years and years of it growing and dying over a few decades will probably build a really rich soil, but also that could possibly mess things up, you know, for things that have evolved with much different conditions, like many of the natives. Here's a weird one. You can see it's all growing in this dead huisache over there. Sidastrum paniculatum. Look at these tiny malvaceous flowers. Malvaceae, the cotton family. Look at that. Looks like a little hibiscus. Tons of stamens, all attached to a hollow column, and then you got a little bifid style. Well, it looks like 3 or 4 branch style coming out of it. This is a new one. I've never seen this in situ before. Look at those leaves. They look like leaves of the cotton family. They got that kind of heart shape to them. This is why I'm going to have to collect this too. Somewhat rare. All right, certainly a lower latitude United States species. You're not going to find this at high latitudes. This is kind of like a tropical and subtropical species. Look at that. The invasive Africanized bees are going for it too. Hopefully their hive is not around here. God, that sucks. It sucks getting attacked by those things. Jesus. Sidastrum. Who is it named? It's named after some guy named Sid. Had to just temper the qualms of an angry farmer who was worried that we were trespassing. Salvia coccinea. Look at it. There you go. That's a nice one. Nice native salvia. Great in the fucking yard. Self-seeds like hell. Also got Lobelia berlandii right over here. There you go. Look at that. That's a nice one. See that little brush mechanism in the back? That little black thing with the little, it's a fused anther tube. Oh, you got those that green on there too. That's a nice attractant. Nice little landing pad for pollinating bees and flies. And a lobeliaceous calyx. Look at those sepals, those elongated sepals. All lobelias, whether they're in Kenya or the Hawaiian Islands or wherever have that, or Dominican Republic have that sepal arrangement. You know, some of these landowners, it's like talking down a drunk, angry uncle at Thanksgiving. That's really what it feels like. You know, it's a similar thing. They're calming down Texas landowners because private property is a religion here, and they get really mad. Some of these guys get really mad if they even see you. I had some nut job tell me a week ago that if he ever sees people even parked on the side of the road, he automatically calls the cops on them because he figures they're up to no good. It's not even on these guys' radar that you could be doing something harmless like looking at plants. Or it's a really depraved state here in Texas as far as property goes. It's very medieval, very feudalistic. So this is one you guys are familiar with. You've met him before.
Yes. It needs a name, but yeah.
Did you name him?
Yeah, if we see him multiple times.
Larry Jose Jimmy. Yeah, he's kind of dull. You said he's going to shed? That's why he's kind of dull?
Yeah, it's just going into shed,
Still
looks
pretty,
like.
but
Yeah, well, we got Tenzo Ferrari, we got Tenzo Washington.
what's that? This is a Ford Pinto.
Yeah.
Now, after removing ticks from my scrotum, I'm coming here to go... I'm just kidding. That didn't really happen. I didn't need to fill your head with that imagery. I just wanted to make you retch for a little bit. Let's check out this Clinopodium. Clinopodium brownii. Of course, you get Clinopodium douglasii, also known as yerba buena in the Bay Area and Northern California. But here you get Clinopodium brownii, a related species in the same genus, mint family Lamiaceae, and there's those tiny flowers. You can see they're covered in hairs. You get this in Florida, I believe the Caribbean too. Look, oh yeah, look at that. That calyx is just covered in tiny little hairs, and you have opposite leaves, of course, because it is in the mint family Lamiaceae. I think like 90%, at least of the New World species of Lamiaceae have opposite leaves. So I'm definitely going to take this, being that it's a lower latitude species and somewhat uncommon in the rest of the United States. I'm going to take this and make herbarium. I'm going to make a little herbarium collection. Got to get some good ones. Oh, it does smell good. It smells good. Faint but minty. Yeah, see, there's those tiny little flowers. Almost look like Plantagenaceae, but they're mint family Lamiaceae. It's a nice one. You know, a lot of the Clinopodiums, a lot of these, wetland mints root easily in water. So I'm going to grab a couple, 2-3 wads of this stuff and put it in a little jar of water, get some roots on it and pot it up. I'd like to have it in my yard. I want to collect all the natives. Another milk snake about to shed. You can see that dull color. He's getting ready to kick off his skin, bring on the new. Little guy. Look at the color on you. You sweet man.
Yeah, so if he's not, then we can do the...
Were you just resting? Were you just docile? I'm sorry to have woken you. What was your last meal? What did you eat?
We can let Pat do like the main stack. And not like,
God.
just like
Beautiful creature. Beautiful wizard.
building or whatever, the two that are by the pond.
And so I found myself standing knee deep in water, so curious what this damn aquatic mimosoid legume was. You can see it's Fabaceae, obviously. It's got typical Fabaceae mimosoid subfamily inflorescence right there. Those tiny flowers, pinnate leaves, but it's an aquatic. I'm not familiar with it. Wonder if it's invasive or some sort of native, but it's growing here with this polygonum. See that right there, Polygonaceae, and all this invasive bullshit, this invasive aquatic weed, which I forget the name of because I don't pay too much attention to invasives. What else do we got here? Let's see. This is a Persicaria. Some are invasive, some are native. Yeah, this is a Neptunia species. I don't know which one though, and I'm not familiar with any that are aquatic, which is pretty weird. But yeah, Fabaceae, it's a mimosoid. I mean, this thing was growing fully submerged, so... But maybe it's maybe it's an ephemeral, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just an ephemeral wetland, though. So maybe it wasn't always submerged. Maybe it was, maybe it was dry a few months ago. And this thing can just hang in there. That'd be weird, though. Okay, Ruthven's whip snake. Wait, yeah, look, he's all feisty, man. This guy mostly lives on lizards, huh?
Yeah. 100%. Got bigger eyes because they're diurnal hunters. You won't find them out at night.
Mostly Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Diurnal, you said?
Yeah. 100% diurnal.
This skinny, a cute, skinny little bastard.
Yeah. They get pretty big, like 4 feet long.
Jesus. Yeah, look at it. Emerald green. Beautiful color on him. Jesus. Yeah, he's a fast, hyper alert little bastard. Okay, it took 6 people to lift this giant former roof or wall or whatever it is, but we got the 12th milk snake of the day.
It's one of the same ones that they got.
Have you met this guy before?
Nope. We've not. We've
This individual is a new individual.
Yeah.
I haven't been to this site in like 6 years.
Ow.
Oh yeah, oh he's pissed. Yeah, he's pissed. He's like, fuck you, buddy.
That guy was so comfortable under there.
Sorry. We'll be putting you back shortly. Oh, he's scarred. He's a little scarred. Only the best of us, pal. yeah, Christ, look at that. That's set up. You got to get tetanus. It happened to me on a barbed wire fence. Right in my groin once. It's a beautiful, lovely shack. Former dream home. This used to be a good neighborhood. That's got to be, man, it's got to be goddamn 400 pounds. Oh, who's under there, though? That's what I want to know. That's what we want to know. Who's under there?
Yeah, I kind of feel like. Yeah, so this way. Yeah.
You got such a bad attitude. You know, you just bit a 6-year-old, huh? Asshole. I understand. You know, I get it. You know, I get it. You're old and grumpy. That's all. Is this the first Lampropeltis bite you've incurred? This is the first one, huh?
I got 4 bites in my life. One right here, one.
You know, for 6 years old, you're pretty tough. I'm proud of you. That's good. Apparently, there's not a lot of you know, tweaking scrappers in South Texas, because this would all be gone in a heartbeat. Really love this brick with the, what is that, Parthenocissus over there? You know, it really gives the air of, you know, future boutique coffee roastery, right? Doesn't it? What the hell is that? That's like a mutant roly-poly. Oh my god, oh, it's a millipede. Cool. Nice.
I just found it right here.
Oh yeah, that's a millipede. You ever see Metroid? That's a little before your time. Right here on the margins of what's left, the little crumbs of what's left over. Very, very little of the living skin of this landscape left. Wonderful sunset, though. Anyway, that's all I got. Have a great day. Go fuck yourself. Bye.